Welcome to the Witcher Math channel, coming to you from my garage classroom today. It's quite large, cavernous, and echoey in here, so I'm going to do my best to speak in a somewhat quiet, calm tone in the hopes that the audio will be okay and not all echoey and annoying. Here we go. I got a question today from a student about these types of problems and specifically, maybe some strategies to help deal with when they're multiple choice or in a format that kind of fits a standardized test. So let's do that. I will be referring to some strategies I've used in our classes, teaching strategies I've used in the past. So some of these will be familiar to students of mine. If you're not a student of mine in class, these may or may not be familiar strategies, in which case maybe take a note or add a comment or question, and I can make a video for you and give you a shout out. Speaking of shout outs, thank you, AL, initials AL. I appreciate you having the courage to speak up and ask a question and show me samples of your work. Now I can understand what I need to help with. And here we go. What percent of 36 is 24? This is nice. It's multiple choice. We like that. We're going to pretend like it's not multiple choice and just get the right answer. Then we'll choose the right answer, okay? As we've learned in class, the word what, that's the X. Percent is the fraction bar, and cent is the hundred. Of means we're multiplying, and is an equal sign. So I just go, what percent, and I use the fraction bar to represent the of. What percent of 36 is 24? What percent of 36 is 24? Does that look like any kind of shape? I don't know. But the bottom line is, let's cross multiply here. 100 times 24 on the other side. And then divide both sides by the coefficient of x. And I can tell you how many 36s fit here. All you mental math people out there might know that, but I'm going to use a calculator. That's right, math teacher using calculator. 2,400 divided by 36. Let's look at our choices over here before we talk about this rounding situation. Obviously it's B. But the rounding situation is definitely a situation. Instead of this on the calculator, which rounds off to a 7 to fit on the screen, we don't do that. We put a repeat sign over the 6. So that is that. It gets the percent sign because it's over 100. And let's move on. Question 2. Jane wanted to hit 20 home runs this season. It's good to have goals. She got 150% of her goal. What is 100% of her goal? Meaning, if she achieved her goal exactly, what was it? 20. So 150 is greater than 100 when it comes to percents, right? Which means she surpassed her goal, which means 15 doesn't work. 15 is less than her goal. 15 is only 3/4 of her goal. So we have actually 3 possibilities here. Let's do the work and then choose the right one. So the question here is, what is 150% of her goal of 20? I'm going to use the same strategy we just used above, which is x is 150 over 100 of 20. We're going to go around the circle. What is 150% of 20? And we can see proportionately that if I go this way, times 5, 20 times 5 equals 100. If I go the opposite way, I could divide by 5. Opposite direction, inverse operation. That's going to be 150 divided by 5 is 30. So how many home runs did she hit? She hit 30 home runs. So she got the 100%. The 20 home runs was 100%, plus another 50% of that, or another half of that, is 10. 20 plus 10, she got 30 home runs. Woo! Okay. I'm going to fold this paper, get this third problem. We have a total of 5 problems here, so shouldn't take much longer. Oh, I love these questions about money and tips. Reminds me of all the restaurants I've worked in my life. Okay, somebody went to a restaurant, had a $12 bill, probably ate by themselves, I'm thinking. $12 and a 15% tip. The tip means the tip gets added to the bill. Okay, so we're going to pay $12, more than $12, no matter how much the tip is. So we have a series of true-false statements here, and we just have to decide which ones are true. The whole concept of a bill and a tip is that you've got the bill and you add the tip. So if I'm adding something to $12, I know that this person, let's call him Tom, I know that Tom, no matter what percent the tip was, it's going to get added to the $12 bill, so that's going to be true. Now the rest of this is more specific. We need to know what is 15% of the $12. Once we know that, we can answer these other questions. What is 15% of $12? That's our setup using our strategy in class of using the word what to represent the variable, the word is for the equal sign, and so on. Then we're going to cross multiply and solve. Hey, what's 15 times 12? Right, 180. Very nice. Divide by 100, and I get x equals 1.8, which when we're talking about money, that means $1.80, right? Now we can answer our questions. The tip was $1.80. That's true. The tip was $1.20. No, that's false. Lunch was $13.80, including the tip. Well, if we take our bill, add the tip, that is true. So all of these were true except the tip being $1.20. All right, that's 3 problems. Lucky you, we have 2 more. Oh, I said I was going to talk quietly because I'm in the garage and it's echoey in here. So I'm going to bring it down. I got a little excited at that last problem, thinking about food and money. That's exciting. Okay, last year, 120 students got sick at school. This year, 20% fewer.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
No.
Okay.
I did not mean to use Siri there. Sorry about that. She was just sitting there watching a math lesson. So this year, how many? That means we need a number. So we're going to use these percentages to get a number. So last year, 120. If I could only figure out what 20% of 120 is, then I could subtract it. Okay, here we go. What is 20% of 120? Cross multiply equals 120 times 20. 24. So last year, 20% less this year. Another way to do that would have been, instead of subtracting here at the end, I could have said, what is 80% of 120? And guess what? We get the same answer. 2 different ways to attack. That's right, attack the same problem. Speaking of problems, we have one more. I'll go purple here. We know of means multiply. We know 330% means 330%. And then we know 60 is 60, and equal sign. So 330% of 60, 330%. Look how the shape is going to look just like the shape we made over here. Kind of this weird curvy thing, looks like a painting palette almost. We're going to do the same thing here. 330% of 60 is, boom, X. We don't know. So we could cross multiply and solve these on one side and 330 times 60 on the other. I will not use Siri, even though she's already made an appearance. Let's go just calculator, simple calculator. 19,800. That was a great year. 198. That answers the question. And we're done. So thanks for hanging tough for this little video with me. Now you can play any commercial you want to and come back for more. All right. We did it. Bye. Thanks for watching.